Hello everybody, welcome back. It is me, cyberwarrior, and I'm coming at you today with a random thought. Now before I get started, down below there's a subscribe button, there's a little alarm bell so you're notified anytime I post a new video. Please hit those two things and I would really appreciate it. Before we get into anything else, the Patreon button down below, or link down below in the description. Go ahead, go to Patreon. Please become a patron and support me and all the videos and podcasts and things like that I'm trying to do for you guys to bring knowledge, learning, growth, motivation, whatever the case may be. I'm trying to bring it all, and the only way I can do that is with your support. So all of your support would be greatly appreciated. Austin, thank you for becoming my newest patron this week. I really appreciate it, and all my patrons. So, what is my random thought today? What could possibly go through my head on a Wednesday, of all things, and cause me to make this video? Well, it's because of something I saw today. Now, we've all seen in the news, on Facebook, social media, things like that, all this stuff about save our children, save the children, all that. And it goes far and beyond. I mean, there's a lot of things going on in the world that we should really be taking notice to. But I'm going to back it up a little bit. And I'm going to say it starts at home. Because there are two issues that I saw within the past few months that need to be brought to light. One of which is your privacy when dealing with online games, with your kids being on tablets like iPads or Galaxies or whatever the case may be, or their phones. We have TikTok, Snapchat, Roblox, Minecraft, Facebook, the list goes on of different sites out there that are supposed to be kid friendly. Even YouTube. Let's be honest, I've had to really take a look at the videos my kids watch and block certain things. Now, you may not be tech savvy, you may not be a security professional, but there are still ways and easy ways to go about blocking different avenues of approach. However, the biggest thing you can do is pay attention. Watch what your kids are doing. Don't let your electronic devices in your home be parents to your kids, because then they're going to be able to look up things like Roblox and go on and get in rooms with adults who are doing dumb things. They're going to be able to watch YouTube videos of adults doing dumb things and doing things that are A, against the law, and B, definitely shouldn't be done in, near, around any kids. So you have to be cognizant of this. If you go and let your kids take a tablet or something downstairs without knowing A, what is installed on that tablet, and B, their capabilities with said tablet or computer or phone, then they could be getting into all types of things. Now, that is not to say that the people that do these things aren't to blame. They are, but it also starts at home with us. As parents, it starts with us. So, what I would recommend and what I would suggest is A, you put passwords on everything so that there is no way a purchase can be made without your consent. B, make sure that you have the passwords to any email accounts, any Snapchats, any logins, anything that they use. Now, I'm not saying this so you can go spy on them. I mean, let's be real. They still should be some semblance of privacy at once, you hit 13, 14, 15. But prior to that, you should be able to know exactly what your kids are doing online. Let me repeat myself. You should know what your kids are doing online. Because if you don't, then all these problems that we see will come to pass, and you will not like it, and you will wonder how my child did this. How did my child fall into this crowd? How did he do these acts, regardless of what they are? And it's because you're not monitoring. You are letting the technology monitor your children instead of you doing the monitoring. You are letting technology parent your children instead of you being the parent. I get it. Kids want everything. And as somebody who loves technology, I am the first one to stand up. And yes, I built my son a computer. But at the same time, I have access to everything he does. He comes to me if he wants to do something. I'm not saying he's perfect. I'm not saying he hasn't made mistakes. But I'm able to, if I have an inkling of something ain't right, I can check on it. I can validate it. I can make sure. I can see if my son goes out with his phone and says, I'll be back at this time, and he's not back at that time, guess what? I can log in and figure out where he's at. So as parents, we need to really take a look at what we're doing. And again, privacy is great, and I'm all for privacy. I'm all for the privacy of our kids and our families and our teenagers, but there has to be a happy medium where we can make sure they're not getting involved in things that they shouldn't be involved in, that they're not being exposed to people they shouldn't be exposed to. And yeah, this is a little more serious than some of my other videos, but let's be real, it's a serious topic. Now, if you have questions, you have comments about how you can secure your children online, feel free to leave a comment below. I'll be more than happy to walk you through it. I'll be more than happy to walk you through the steps of securing your iPads, your tablets, your wireless network. No matter what it is, I will be more than happy to help you. Because we need to protect our children. We don't need to put them in a bubble. We don't need to say, hey, you can't go do this because you might fall and, get a brush burn on your knee. But we need to make sure we take the right avenue of approach to protect them online and teach them right from wrong. If you don't know right from wrong, if you don't know how to teach your kids these things and talk to them about social networking and social engineering and all the other things that go into cybersecurity and cyber awareness that you get taught on a daily basis or yearly basis through your company or whatever the case may be, this guy right here will gladly sit down and tell you how to talk to your kids about online threats. I'm not going to teach you how to be a parent. That's your prerogative. If you decide to let technology parent your kids, okay, and don't be mad when they start looking at things before you're ready to let them look at them. But what I really want is you to take a hard look in the mirror at what you're letting your kids do online. I've had those talks with my kids, and it's not fun. They get mad when you tell them they can't go on YouTube or YouTube Kids because both of them have been ruined by adults that are perverted and don't know what the hell they're doing or what crowds they're reaching. But hey, it is what it is. I can't change other people, but I can protect my own. Now, another way you can protect your own. There's an article, I think I saw it about a month or so back. Kid was in school, Zoom, all right, in a lesson with his teacher and other kids, and behind him was a BB gun. Now, the BB gun was on the wall, wasn't loaded, wasn't like he was showing it off. I think it was only, he didn't even think about the fact that it was there, but the teacher saw it, and instead of calling the mom or dad or kid, she called the principal and the superintendent, who then called the cops on this family. The cops show up, and mind you, this is a family that are veterans, teach gun safety, know gun safety, have everything locked up, and the only reason why it was a gun and it was hanging on a wall is because it was a BB gun, and by regulation, you don't have to keep that locked up. And the kid was taught safely how to handle it. So let's put a stop to that. Things like Zoom have this ability to put a background behind you so that nobody can see what your house looks like. Use it. Google Classroom, if I'm not mistaken, has the same thing. And if it doesn't, then be wary of where your computer is sitting when your kids are in a Google Classroom and on video chat. Because people are overreaching and invading the privacy of homes, because your home is not a classroom. It's your home. I don't care if you have to take class online and your video's turned on. That does not give anybody the right to invade your privacy and what you have behind you. Again, I know it's a serious video, but these are serious matters. that regard kids and privacy of our kids and privacy of our homes. So if you want to comment on it, if you want to tell me I'm wrong, feel free. Go ahead. We can have a discussion as long as it's civil. But I will not tolerate anybody being hateful, because I'm not hateful. I just want everybody to have the right to privacy that they should have. I want everybody to realize that kids are not aware of their doing online, and we need to teach them. Because if we don't, then we're wrong. I sit down with my kids and I teach them cyber awareness. I teach them how to be safe online, but they don't have Facebook accounts. I don't let them create TikTok accounts. You will not find my kids' faces on YouTube, because they're my kids and nobody else needs to see them or know where they're at, unless you're tracking me, in which case, go ahead, find me. But you won't find my kids unless I want you to. Unless you're a family or a friend, you have no need. So, again, sorry for the more serious video, but I felt these are things that needed to be said. Please subscribe, hit that button down below, hit the alarm bell, and if you support any of my content, whether it be technical videos, a video like this, WTF Wednesdays, Tech Tuesdays, or Motivation Mondays, or even probably my pride and joy in my baby, Security Happy Hour, which is on podcasts, on Apple Podcasts, and on Spotify. And also you can watch the video, which is always more fun because it is happy hour, so of course we have a few drinks. You can watch that on YouTube. Please go to Patreon, become a patron, become a supporter, and help me keep this content going. Other than that, you guys have a fantastic evening, and I hope you take what I said to heart.